We're excited to announce the new feature release of My Lists. If you haven't had it set up already, be sure to open a help ticket and request My List to be enabled on your website. Once the My List is enabled, you'll see it here in the Customers menu, and you'll see My Lists here. As an administrator, you'll want to set up your users to use various features of My Lists. The My List feature is good for your sales team, your marketing team, as well as your accounting team to be able to go through and identify people who have past due invoices, or perhaps identify certain groups of users that you want to quickly call and go down a list and place a call and take care of business. To administer and set up My List as an administrator, you want to log in to Management menu, Employees, and Employee Editor. For your accounting employees, what you'll want to do is edit the accounting employee record, and this option here, can view accounts receivable in My Lists. You have three options here. You can turn off this access. You can give access to the AR details for all customers and clients in the database, or you can give access to AR list for only their clients. Now, if you're setting this up for your accounting department, generally you're going to want to give access for all customers and clients. You can also set this up so that your sales reps can have access. So we have a sales rep here, Mr. Finger, Jacob Finger, and we want to give Jacob Finger the AR visibility to only his clients. So he'll be able to go and use My List to determine who all is past due, who all has 30, 60, or 90-day past due invoices. If you do not want a sales rep to have any access to the past due invoice data, choose the No Access to Any AR List option here and save. Once you have it set up, here's what you can do with My Lists. And the Customers menu, select My List, and you're taken here to the My List area. In My List, sales staffs can see all callbacks for today, or perhaps this week's callbacks. As a sales rep schedules a callback, they will appear here on these lists. All right. So let's demonstrate how that might work here. So we're going to look up one of our clients, ABC Company, and I'm going to schedule a callback with George Richter at the ABC Company. And we're going to schedule that callback for today, July 15th at 2 p.m. And we're going to discuss new sales offer. All right, I'll go ahead and save this callback. So now when I return to My Lists and I want to see today's callbacks, I'll see the callback here for ABC Company, George Richter, and I'll see the note that I made for this callback. I simply click here on this line item and I pull back the contact record information. I see the sales reps, partner sales reps over here. The top sales rep is a primary sales rep. The sales rep underneath is a partner sales rep. And I'm able to make a note, make a private note, or schedule a meeting, or schedule a callback right here from this list. Okay, so let's say that we had our meeting. It's 2 o'clock. I've placed a phone call to George right here. And we've met, and meeting went well. He'll advertise next issue. Okay, so I was able to make a note here on the client record, and then easily jump from client record to client record as I place these phone calls and meetings. Save the note. Here's the note, part of the client record. I'm going to go ahead and mark complete, that this callback was complete, and the callback drops off the list. Once I click all of my callbacks done for the day, that callback is done. I'm going to jump back over here to the customer record. This was the callback we just scheduled. When I refresh the customer record and we go back down to George Richter, we should have two notes in here. The note for the scheduled callback, and then the completed callback here with also the note from the callback meeting. So this is going to be a really useful tool in My List. Another nice feature for the sales staff is to be able to include in the My List area any of the predefined mailing lists that you created when you were under communications using the mailing list wizard. Whatever mailing list that you've created will also appear here as a working list that you can just work down You will decide many different reasons why you want to create different lists to work down and call or to contact. For my example, I've created a Marks Aviation contacts list. I want to go down all of my contact records and call them. I want to call them, reach out, let them know of an upcoming event or an upcoming sponsorship opportunity. And instead of searching for Alexander Agency, in order to see my aviation contacts in the past and be able to single that list out and work with that list, I would have to go to customers, search contacts, and then under my category, I would select airlines and then press search. And here are my 13 companies or contacts that I would want to work down. So then I'd have to click Andrew Air, and here are the contact details, and I could look through their notes and schedule callbacks or meetings and do something else. But then I would have to go back to my search list and then go down to Apple, and then I would have to go back to my list and go down to Boeing, go back to my list and come down and talk to Sandra Billington, and it would open up all these tabs, and I have to be clicking all around the place, searching and saving and scrolling down to save a record and all this, and it's just a lot of work. We're trying to show you ways to work more efficiently with your client data. So with the new My List, instead of having to do everything we just saw, you could simply come in here under your mailing list group, this list you've already created, Marks Aviation Contacts, and look at this contact group, and here's that same group of people, and I can work down the list, click here, got the phone number, got the email address, click here, got the phone number, email address. I can even send a mail from right here, send an email to this client. It will open up your local email client, whatever your email client is. So now I can just simply go down the list and leave notes, schedule callbacks, schedule meetings, select the date and time, without having to jump all over the system. If I'm sitting here calling Nicole Selby, and Nicole says, you always call me at my company number. My main number is this number, but really, I need you to call me on my cell phone number. Well, before you'd have to go into the contact record, edit the subcontact information, and press save changes there. But you can simply enter the new cell phone number right here, 954. All right, and once the telephone number is entered, just tab out of the field, and that information is automatically updated, automatically saved on the contact record. You have the wrong email address, you want to change the name of the company, the customer, the phone number, primary phone number. You can change all of that information from right here without having to actually go into the client record. Now, this will not allow you to do everything. What this area is specifically intended for is you to quickly work a calling list and work down a list without having to jump all around the system. If you ever need to go directly into the contact record to look at more information about this company, you can simply click the Go to Contact page, and here's the company record, and you can research contracts, proposals, things like that. Close this and go back to the My List tab here. Let's switch gears a little bit and say you don't have a predefined list now. You want to search your own custom list now. Say you work a multi-state area. Perhaps now you want to create a list to find out where all your clients are who live in New Jersey. So you would simply click the search tab here, and in here you can actually search on these predefined system fields, company name, category, they have existing contracts or not, future, expired, things like that. You can also search on your custom fields that you have set up for your site. So I'm about to be doing some work in New Jersey next month, and what it's going to allow you to do is to actually add this as a saved search. So if this is a search you do commonly, you can say all New Jersey clients. You could save this list as all New Jersey clients and save this search. So now the next time you come to My List, you can go into My Saved Searches, and there you go, all New Jersey clients. That's the search we just made, and we're going to return our search, and here are all of our clients that are in New Jersey. And then you can go down the list, and it will list the primary as well as the subcontacts at each of the companies. Again, this is returning people, not companies. So you can decide if you want to work with the primary contact or subcontacts at each of these companies. Give Dawn a call, schedule a callback, schedule a meeting right here, leave a note on the client record, make the note a private note, whatever you want to do. So I think you can see this and many other ways that this My List tool is going to help you use Magazine Manager more efficiently and work your different lists, whether they're marketing campaign lists or sales lists or even accounts receivable accounting lists. In the accounts receivable section here, you can take a look at a list for customers with open invoices. And because I'm set up in here to have access to all clients regardless of who the sales rep is, I'm going to see everyone here who has an open invoice. This is a call list for you right here. To place a call, go down the list and try and collect on these invoices. This client has 16 open invoices totaling $56,000. So far, $31,000 have been paid, and we have $25,000 due. We'll give Mr. Curious George a call. At the number, we get George on the line. George says, "Sure, I want to go ahead and pay on my invoice. Let's do this. Here's my credit card number." "Okay, just a moment, sir." I'll press this button here to pay the invoice. And I'm taken to the receive payment screen, and I'm able to pick which invoice that I want to apply this payment for. I can use my standard payment entry methods by check, MasterCard, credit card, etc. Put the payment number, payment amount, check number, whatever information as far as the payment's concerned, and pay it from here. When we come back over to my lists, and we refresh my list at the bottom, when that account is paid completely, this customer's information will drop off of this list and they'll no longer be on your collections list. So you can use this as a great collections tool. If you want to focus on customers with 90 days or older open invoices, you can choose that 90 days or older, work down the list. Now from here, you have some very high level kind of summary information as far as these invoices are concerned. If you want to see more information about this customer, more information about these invoices or whatever, you're simply one click away from getting this information. Just go to the contact page, and then you can go here to the details tab and look at more details about open invoices here that are available for this customer. If you want to make a payment on this invoice, or figure out, you've got 2 open invoices it looks like here. So if you want to make a payment, just click here and you're taken to the area where you can make a payment. If you have any other questions or need any other support with this tool or any other feature in Magazine Manager, feel free to give your software consultant a call or an email, schedule something on our calendar, a quick Q&A, and we'll be happy to work with you.